Traveling the Vortex. Side Trip.
We've joined the Doctor as he opens a portal into a Christmas dimension where Side Trip number 41 lives. I'm Keith.
I'm Sean.
I'm Glenn.
And Glenn lives there all the time.
Yes, I do.
It's a happy place.
It is a happy place. Yeah,
One
we're
might
doing
even say merry.
we're doing a little special Christmas treat this week with a special side trip. This is our Christmas gift to you, the listener, and we are actually reviewing the subscriber short trip, The Christmas Dimension, that was offered by Big Finish. I don't remember which. It's been so long ago. I'm not sure what story this actually came with, but.
I knew at one point.
It was December 2016, I can tell you that.
Yeah. All right, Keith, you want to set us up?
Power.
Absolute power. Okay. You want to give us a
Which
little
we have
setup?
not reviewed yet.
The Christmas Dimension. The Doctor's plans for a simple Christmas at Unit go awry as he, Liz, and Sergeant Benton have to spend the holiday investigating a portal to another dimension.
Bum, bum, bum.
I agree. This was
a lot of fun.
It was a fun little story. And one of those ones that you kind of, it kind of warps your mind a little bit when you think about it, especially when it comes to the resolution of it and the kind of timey-wiminess of it was kind of cleverly done. Features the third Doctor, Liz and Benton, stuck at, I say stuck at, obviously the Doctor and Liz don't have a problem with working on Christmas, especially since Liz is a little goes a little Charlie Brown on us and is jilted because it's too commercialized now. But and then I think Benton's the only one that's probably regretting having to be there because he's the one that got stuck having to work on Christmas.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun though that the Doctor's trying to make Christmas dinner with some sort of solar oven. I think he steams the sprouts some weird way as well, and
some sort of laser for the cranberries.
He uses a laser gun for the cranberries. So it was neat. What'd you guys think?
I like this a lot. I really enjoyed, all of those little Christmas touches and the investigation and then the reveal of, that the Doctor accidentally created this portal to a dimension and how they actually kind of went through and explained how, what about this and why was it snowy and what was this giant creature? I thought all of that was really clever and really well done. My only complaint with it would be that it felt at times that Liz was written too much like Joe.
I thought the same thing. In fact, there would be times that even listening to it and hearing the narrator say Liz, it's still in my head. I kept picturing Joe because it was written so much like Joe.
Yeah.
Almost as if maybe it was, written for Joe, and then somewhere along the line they changed it.
Could be.
So it felt like there was a lot of stuff that the Doctor was explaining to Liz that he shouldn't have to.
Yeah, I mean, I can't necessarily say that I would see Joe taking a helicopter into a portal. Not intentionally.
No, that's probably. Actually, I think she would be.
Later Joe would.
Yeah, I think she would be a lot less cautious about something like that. I think Liz would be more along the lines of, do you think this is a good idea? Although I can see also Liz seeing the scientific significance of doing something like that. And I don't know. So I can kind of see it both ways now that you say that. Yeah, I can see it kind of both ways. I thought it was really kind of cool when I was talking about the timey-wimey nature of it. I thought it was really neat that it was kind of the effect before cause idea where the Doctor was doing things after in the little tiny, puncture hole that he realized happened. And he does that after the events have happened outside with the portal that's outside, and thought that was kind of a neat way to, oh, okay, that's why this happens, and oh, that's why Bessie got pulled up into the portal, because he was using the magnet later, and it was only until he figured that out later that it occurs to him that, oh, that is the result of that, and then turning that around in using the fact that what she was, the last thing she said about the blast of snow and the other things that keyed him into, oh, wait a minute, I know what this is, almost a little too late, or actually it was a little too late, because they do go into the portal itself when he realizes it, and then comes through later, and he knows that it's going to happen because he knows that it's not instantaneous from that point of view. So
it was a really well constructed effect before cause paradox too.
Yeah.
A lot of times we get these in Doctor Who, and it's just kind of like, oh, how convenient, and you kind of roll your eyes at it. But this one, I did not get that sensation.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of times it seems like those other ones are written as a get out of jail free, as opposed to the crux of the story. Mm-hmm. And since this is the crux, I think he put a lot of time into thinking about how it would work and how to make it work cleverly.
I would agree with that.
You have to appreciate that too, because a lot of times these little subscriber shorts can be just throwaway stories, something to kind of tide the listener over, or a kind of a little extra reward for those people that subscribe, and they almost could be lazily written, but this one isn't. It's written really well for such a small confined content that he's working with. So I appreciated that.
Well, and Christmas stories, in a way, have a tendency to be throwaways. And this one, for all of the ridiculousness that was going on in it, was light and fun and all the things we kind of want in a Christmas movie.
No, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah. Although I don't ever really... Maybe I missed it, but I don't remember how he really resolved the hole in this guy. If they ever even addressed that.
Now you say that, I'm not sure that they did. He resolved how to get everything back, but you're right.
Yeah,
he didn't.
Because he got a nice big slab of turkey with it.
Yeah. Yeah, well, because he put the piece of turkey from the sandwich in that was already cooked. Yeah. And it came back in Bessie and was their dinner. It was just a neat little bit of fun Christmas element as well. No, it's a good story. I like these little subscriber shorts just because they're, short and concise, and if you just need a little something to tide you over for a half hour or so, a lot of them are pretty manageable just to sit down and listen to them in one little setting. We certainly don't do enough of these because most of the time we're trying to get through the main stories, so these kind of get put on the back burner, but it's kind of nice to drag one out every once in a while that works, and having a Christmas story, I think there's a couple of them that are Christmas related, but having this Christmas story was kind of nice reason for us to pull it out and do something a little special with it.
The portal was created by his laser, so I imagine when he turned it off, it went away.
Well, of course, he reversed the polarity.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
That's true.
Supposed to look behind the curtain, Keith.
It's Christmas. You don't look behind the curtain.
They even went so far as to describe the phenomena of the fact that looking up at it, you could see into the dimension, but when they flew up over it, they couldn't see it from above, which I thought was kind of neat because it was a one-way portal. Well, it was two-way, but it was only one side of it going into another dimension. Although technically it wasn't going into another dimension, it was coming back into this one. And the rationale for why the snow was coming out of it, the rationale for why it smelled like steamed sprouts, which must be a Christmas thing over there. I did learn another thing about the UK. They have pigs in a blanket at Christmas. It's a side dish. But it's not pigs in a blanket like we do in the U.S. Pigs in a blanket U.S., little tiny hot dogs wrapped with biscuits or crescent rolls, cooked. You've got, a pig in a blanket. Over there, it is a certain type of sausage that's wrapped in bacon and baked in the oven, cooked in the oven, which sounds amazing. And I'm going to be introducing that to my Christmas tradition every year just because it sounds amazing. Anyway, I got a little off track.
I've got some extra bacon. I'll have to go find that sausage.
Yeah, there you go. And I'll send you.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
I'm going to invoke the little known, seldom used. You have to do this on the podcast clause.
Well, but that's not. Yeah, I guess it's UK related. It's not really Doctor Who related, but
don't care.
But I guess if I made pigs in a blanket and steamed sprouts, maybe that would be enough to connect that I could do it on the podcast.
Okay, I'll eat that, but I won't like it. I'm not a Sprouts fan.
I don't mind them if they're cooked correctly. Sometimes they can be overcooked and then they get kind of... Well, bringing us back to this, anything else you guys wanted to talk about in closing?
It was just light fun.
It was a lot of fun. All right, well, we want to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas, and thanks for listening to this little special side trip for you. Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas.
You have been listening to Traveling the Vortex. Doctor Who and all of its associated programs are owned and trademarked by the BBC. No infringement is intended or implied.
Direction point! Direction point!
A Doctor Who podcast network.